Good morning, retail traders. I'm Washboardjim with a sneaky snake trading strategy where I talk about chart patterns, moving averages, and being in the now. And I'm going to make a prediction for next week on just candlestick patterns only. So we've got the SPY. We have 3 white soldiers off the 63 EMA. Now this has been one of the biggest runs I've seen in a 3-week period. After just a small 10% pullback, and we gained and got new highs last week. So usually after 3 white soldiers, it reminds me of a continuation pattern, but also it reminds me of time to consolidate after the 3 big weeks that we've had. So I'm going to call a pullback at the first part of the week, and then maybe a little return run, or maybe even a good pullback and then bounce off that pullback. But I think we're going to consolidate on this third soldier. 3 white soldiers, that's the candles that are on the end. We bounced right off the 63. I called the reversal, and we've had 3 great runs in the market. I trade by the number 3 and by the number 4, and if I see number 5, I might take a nosedive. So if you can count to 3, you can trade with me. Now we've got 3 white soldiers. I think we'll consolidate a little bit and then come back and try to break a double top. That's on the SPY. We're going to look at the SPX. There's a lot of stocks that are like this right now. So any of your favorite tickers, I'd pull up the weekly time frame and see where we are. So we have another breakout here on the snake with 3 white soldiers, and I'm looking for some consolidation. Maybe it's back to the previous top. And that would be the same way with a SPY. That'll be your low support, because news is what's tricking this market right now. So somewhere around 69.70, pull back about halfway in that candle, and then run back up. We've had a real good run off that pullback in 3 weeks. And then the SPY, the same kind of setup. Pull back. Now you can be looking at the wicks. So we're going to do this. I'm going to show you how to set an alert on this. So go to the bodies, put a price line on the tallest body, just like that. And then take the wick, these wicks right here, and then put in a support level right on that top wick. Put an alert. That'll hit. When that hits that alert, it'll trigger, and they'll know that I might be ready to take the trade. Because on the weekly candlestick, of all them candlesticks, on the weekly candle, on the weekly candlesticks, we could hit that resistance off them wicks. Usually I go for the bodies, and that body is right there at 694.44, and I got 699.78 just in case it stops on top of that wick. I use wicks as confirmation, but when they line up pretty like that, I like to go ahead and see if we can set an alert and get in that trade. And that's on the SPY. So 3 white soldiers is a continuation pattern of a bull breakout. But when you're dealing with what's going on in the news and being in the now, I think we have to take the third soldier and consolidate it and then have a new breakout. And let me just see a couple more. Let's try NVIDIA. We've got the same thing going. We got 3 white soldiers. Now we could double top. It can still go to 208. It did break that 200 number. Or it pulls back and consolidates on that third soldier. So we do have 3 white soldiers, and it could pull back with the market and not break the double top. It'll be a double top if you just go sideways and down. AMD, one of my other favorite stocks to trade. I'm very bullish on this stock, but man, it's run up so much. You know, it's just crazy. Three big old huge white soldiers, all-time new highs. So this thing can pull back too. I'll put one right on that double top wick, and then right down here on the double top body. So somewhere in that channel will be your solid support. Maybe 267, $11 dip, and then take it, run it back up, try to break a double top. But go through your charts and look at the weekly time frame and see if you see them white soldiers. IWM. I called the bottom on this trade. And there you go. Three white soldiers off the bottom. Could come back and hit support. We'll set that alert right off that wick. At the mark at below. Right there, 271. It's that simple to set in the support level. We had three white soldiers and consolidated that soldier. Three white soldiers and consolidated that soldier. Three white soldiers and consolidated, well, we got that one right in there. Three white soldiers and consolidated that soldier. So yeah, three big, huge white soldiers. This is a big run, man, big. I was so happy to have this run. I mean, it made a whole difference in my life already, just in 3 weeks. So yeah, maybe a pullback to that wick. And that's IWM. QQQ, three white soldiers, broke resistance. The previous resistance now becomes support. Set right on the body of that candle. Set your alert right above that wick. Right before you get, that's a double top wick. So you get your alert around 638.35. And it's 635.33 is the support level to get into the trade maybe. Let me think of another one. Microsoft. I'm not sure if it had three white soldiers. This is an institutional trade. It ran up real good last week. I knew it was going to pop. It had a double bottom here off the 350.81. That was my support level. And we had three black crows with a harmonic candlestick pattern, and it definitely run up and hit the 100. I think we can consolidate, go back to this previous high right here, and be a strong buy. Set your alert right on that wick. That candle there. So I can go through a lot more of these tickers. I'm just trying to let you know about the three white soldiers and what to expect out of them. And the moving averages is also a major accomplice when trying to find resistance levels and support levels. My name is Washboardjim. I'm the founder of the Sneaky Snake Trading Strategy, where I talk about chart patterns, moving averages, and being in the now. Have a great day.